Okay, here we are again. I'm back working at this little piece that I started yesterday. Lots of fluoros, lots of roses. And I'm just going to add a few more bits and pieces. I've got some whites here. I'll just add a few little touches in a few places. Never quite know when something's just going to make a little bit of difference. Add a few little touches here and there. Here's some crackling. That's just the building itself, the studio. It's just having some little bits of groaning and moaning here and there. Just add another tone in this little bit, just to a little bit of extra fun. Extra little bit of colour. Now you see these little bits here that I've got. I put that gel medium gloss, and that's made some little indents here that I used a little tool yesterday. So I thought we will add a little bit of paint to that. Not sure if this is the right colour, but I'll put a bit of this on, and then I might just change it up and put a bit of different colour on over the top. It's just for a bit of added effect. Let's see, how can we make that pop up to the top and stand out? Let's try a bit of this yellow on top of that white. I think we might do that. It might just have something a bit different to say. Might look a bit mushy because I didn't wait for it to dry, so I will leave the other bit to dry before I start trying to add on the yellow. Because really all that's done is made it a bit of a mushy mess. So I will just clear it off again. What I always say to my students is there are no mistakes, because with the paintbrush you can wipe it off if you want to, repaint it with a different colour, whatever you like to do you can do. Okay, I'll leave that like that for the time being. Now, the other day I painted some little toadstools, and I think that looks like a bit of fun to do today, so I will do that again. Let's see. This white is a little bit... Oh, and I've got a little bit of black here. I'll just drop a little bit of black on. And let's see if we can get this a bit... Okay, there's a little bit of a base of a toadstool. Try another one just in here, I think. And if I leave it small at the bottom top and then just push it down at the bottom, it just puts that little bit of a rounded base on it. Another one up here. Maybe one over here. Hide another one over here, and maybe over here. I think you always need a little bit of extra shading in there just so that it will show up. How about in here? And maybe up in here. Just a wee bit of joyful fun. I'll go back over there, add a little bit more black. Just that touch on the edge is just enough to lift it so that you can see where it's hiding. here is just a little bit more on that one. A bit more on that one. Let's just give it a little bit more rounded bit. How's that? I can see a few there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uh-oh. Even number, we need an odd number. Don't know that anybody's exactly figured out why yet, but odd numbers work better. Something to do with our brain function, but odd numbers work better. Righto. Just whopping the brush up on paper here. So let's get some tops on there. Just going to do a little bit of a round. A little bit of a half moon shape. Let's see if I got them all. A few little bits. Give that time to dry while I do some other little bits and pieces. Let's try some rabbits. I'm just mixing a combination between some magenta, some fluoro yellow, a bit of fluoro blue. See if we can get a bit of a brown happening. So generally the red, the blue and the yellow will turn it to a brown. Or in this case today we look a bit more grey than brown. Get a bit more yellow and see what's happening. Right, let's see whether we can put a rabbit somewhere down in here. I think I need a different brush, a nice small one. Just go and get a small brush. It's amazing how a couple of little shapes couple of little shapes and tell you there's something in the picture. Because your brain can choose what you'd like to think it might be in the end of the day. To me it might look like a rabbit because that was my intention, but when somebody else sees it, it might look like something totally different. Tiny dog of white for a tail, and here on that one for a tail. Let's have a look, we can put one down in here. Now we need some dots. Just some little dots on the tops of our little mushrooms. Using my chalk pen again, just to pop some dots on. Let's get the paint flowing a little bit. If I just touch it, it will just give me some little tiny dots. There we go, there's another one just hiding in there. What? Didn't quite mean that to go up that high. But we'll just put a little bit of green around the bottom of these. That's just trying to get a little tiny drop. But I think wasn't exactly quite what I planned when I did that, so maybe I can take that back down. And down there. So that just took itself off up to the top, so I'm just pulling that down to the bottom because I was just looking at maybe putting a bit of grass at the bottom and it didn't quite do what I planned. So I think maybe I'll just put a little bit of a dot here and there and see what we can do. Okay, now I think I'll just go back a little bit on top of the other things. Giving the brush a good clean. Getting a little bit more of that magenta acrylic, not magenta, not inks. I'm just using the acrylic paint at the minute. Just sort of getting a little bit of a feel for different things. My roses are just about finished, I think. We'll go out there and there's nothing on the bush.